How's it going, YouTube? My name is Raul Panchito, and today I want to talk to you guys about some of my favorite artists and some of the musicians and groups that I was, exposed to. Before I do that, I want to say thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you guys, and hope you guys are doing well. Let's get to it. So, at a very young age, I was exposed to 50 Cent, Eminem, G-Unit, and then, Dr. Dre and all those guys, But I didn't really mess around with the rap scene so much. It wasn't until I think more recently I really enjoyed rap and history and hip hop, And so getting introduced to hip hop, Eminem and 50 Cent really motivated me to pursue music, in the sense that it's a fun thing. It's a very cool thing, and I like that a lot. After those years as a kid, listening and exposing myself to that kind of music, I ended up moving residencies with my family, and we came to San Diego. And then here I was introduced to heavy metal, screamo, grungy stuff, just chugga 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 chugga. Oh, that's the kind of music I was first exposed to here when I moved to San Diego, and that was quite an experience. It was just a phase. Actually, it didn't stick for very long. I only really listened to it because of the friends that I had at the time. Bunch of cool cats, crazy cats, and that was fun. That was really cool to kind of get and introduced to those kind of bands. Big heavy screamo bands. You get from Whitechapel to that heavy dark stuff to Avenged Sevenfold, which is a little bit more melodic, also heavy. After that, there was a moment of time where I was just drifting and listening to whatever was on the radio. Great artists, a lot of new up and coming musicians and talented artists. After some years of just listening to the radio, people moving along, hearing big hits like what's coming out now, I ended up spending this last year and a half, learning about really old music, 1930s to the 70s to 80s. I recently got invested into the Beatles and that kind of era. And before that, this little Beatles phase that I'm in right now, I was listening to some blues and some heavy blues, and that was awesome. I really got introduced to Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, and then Frusciante and people like that, and that was awesome. Crazy cool. You can't go wrong with that, and that's what I've been messing around with now. Listening to those cats, listening to those guys, and then I got invested into those guys that those guys were listening to, and then I wanted to get to understanding those guys were listening to, and then now I'm kind of just now I'm just pleased with what I know, and I'm more excited to learn more and listen to more. Just the other night I was listening to some Miles Davis. That was pretty crazy, really cool and refreshing, because he's just a cool cat. And that's amazing. Somebody so confident and so sharp can be so powerful and persuading. But yeah, that's just some of the groups and artists that I got exposed to, and I'm exposing myself to. Obviously, you have the dance and techno and EDM and Bieber and all those great musicians and music. And that I enjoy that stuff. I enjoy that kind of music. A lot of rappers nowadays too that are really crazy and they have cool stuff. Yeah, I respect all kinds of music, and so whoever has something new, may not sound great, even my own music, I'm like, oh, it might not sound great, but I do have an attachment to it just because it's noise that somebody or myself have put time and effort into. I appreciate it. I give it that appreciation that it needs and deserves. The moment I'm listening to whatever I can get my hands on, anything online. YouTube has been my main source of music, my main platform for searching for music and listening to music. So I also mess around with SoundCloud, and there you can listen to a bunch of cool stuff. Just want to say a quick thank you and shout out to my family. A quick shout out to all my friends and who've taught me a lot of things. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You're the best. And I'm excited to hear the new music coming out. And I'm excited to post new music myself and just keep creating, and sharing this this thing we have, whatever it is. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.